Hi, demonstrator team. I'm just going to make a record here of how I'd like you to mark the week 5 summative test for the QS in BIOS 103. So this is a bit different to usual. It's a quiz, but not as we know it. So they've actually uploaded a file in answer to this quiz question. There's only one question on this quiz. It's worth 4 points, and here is what it looks like. They are going to, you should see a docx file here. I've given them a template to work with and then upload. The important thing to remember is every question is going to have a unique data set, or every, well, most questions will have one. And you can see the data by hovering over the data acquisition links here. So I can see here that this is corresponding to the Compost 244 data set. Okay, remember that, we're going to need it. Annoyingly, we're going to have to download the docx file in order to look at it. I couldn't find a better way of doing that. I'm really sorry, so please be patient. Let's just take a look. Okay, right, so this is the submission that we're going to mark. And to mark it, we are going to use our rubric. In fact, I'm going to drag the rubric across for that assignment. That's not great because it appears to have been marked. Bugger. No, that's right. I need to click view rubric. Haha. Right, there you go. Click view rubric, and you can see that these categories are in here. Pretty much yes or no. So let's start from the beginning here, right? So the first one on the list is a criteria which says the summary table is included with mean values for temperature, moisture, and viable counts. Values must correspond to those associated with student ID. I've just noticed that. So it's not going to be the student ID, it's going to be the file that they've downloaded. So it was 244, okay? So here is the table. How the hell do you know whether those values are corresponding to the 244 data? Well, if you go into Teams and then you go to Files and you go into Marking, you should see this here. I am going to download that file and I'm going to open it up. Okay, and what I've got here is the summaries for every single file. So what you need to do here is to get just the data for the file that you are looking at, which is 244. I'm going to filter this. Oh, you have to enable editing first. Filter this for, if I just type in 244, it should find it. Okay, so we've got a couple of things going on here. This is the data that's in the table, just the last five rows, and the top one is a summary for all of the locations. So this should not be in the data table. What we now need to do is just do a quick audit to make sure that the data in the table is the same as in the assessment. And if it's not, we'll decide what to do then, right? So let's have an example. I've got a mean temperature at Amsterdam of 58.3. I can see immediately that the data is wrong. So any value you get wrong, you do not award the mark for this. So let me show you what I mean. Click 0 points. Okay. The next one's a little easier. The table had a short descriptive caption located above. It has to be above. I really want you to be strict about this. So yes, I have that. I'm going to give myself a point for that. The histogram, box plot, and scatter plot is included. Let's just take a look. Histogram, scatter plot, box plot. Right, now I don't care what state they're in. I don't care if they're in Excel or in R. If they've got one each, give them a mark. Tick. Has the histogram, is the mean value quoted for the histogram? And that must correspond to the data set. So I've asked them to, for the first histogram here, that's not a histogram, that's a box plot. They actually, this red line, I want them to quote what it is, right? And that's 2.92. And that is actually not the same as the value in a table here. I can see what's happened. The images are from a different data set. Okay, in fact, they're from the one in the book. Now there is a bit of ambiguity here. If they had rounded this to 2.9 and this is 2.91, I'm going to say go ahead and give them the mark. However, if they are wrong by any fraction of digits, unless they've rounded, do mark it as wrong. Okay, so in this case it's going to be wrong. No mark for that one. Right, all figures have a short descriptive caption located below. If any figure has a title above as well as a caption, then award 0 points. And that is for any figure, right? I really want them to get into the habit of not putting a title on their figure. Now they shouldn't have it on these because the code they've used already specifies not to have a title. However, if for the last one or any of them you've got some superfluous title, as I've got here, that's a 0. Okay. Are the figures are clear and easy to interpret? So in this case, I'd say yes. If you get anything which is a screenshot or a photo, it's a no. Okay. Does the scatter plot have a location key? Let's just check. Yes, it does. So that gets a mark. Have the figures been generated using R? Yes. If they haven't, and there's a couple of Excel in there, give them a 0. Have they done something additional? Now I don't care what they do, but if they've done something, give them a 0. Right? Sorry, give them a 2. And it doesn't matter if it looks wrong. Give them 2 anyway. They've tried it. Okay. If they hasn't got the right title or whatever, then we should have accounted for that up here somewhere. So in this case, I can see I've got a file. Oh, give them a 2. Is this right? Let me just check. Yes, so I should have got a 7, I think. Table as, yeah. Yeah, that all looks good to me. So now here's the really awful bit with this. You're going to have to remember to click save. If you don't do that, it's not going to save your mark. And also, we're going to have to input the value here. Now, because I've already marked this once, I don't think I can update this. But you should be able to put in a mark here. Now this mark is out of 4, so you've got to scale 4 accordingly. So this is going to be 0.7 times 4. So you put a mark of 2.8 in there. I know I'm asking for trouble doing this, so don't worry, I will check all of the numbers from the rubrics at the end of this. But please make the calculation and award the appropriate mark. Your boxes won't be grey, I hope. If they are, let me know, okay? And that should be it for that one. Then you can just move on to the next one in your group. And there you go. Any questions, just let me know. Post them in the teams. I'm happy to chat about this. I appreciate it's a bit messy, this one. I can probably find a better way of doing this in the future, but I'm out of time, guys. So let's just do it this way, okay?